I'm proud to be in a band and be hosted and based out of Kansas City.
There's a lot of really great talent in Kansas City.
Our music is as much about us being friends as it is about playing music.
Music is liberating and freeing.
I just feel kind of like I have a need to make it, like a duty almost.
He comes to me, and I'm bursting at the seams. Stalking close, hiding there, the hooks and wires on your back. Sit on my windowsill
and the problems and the weeks will be up. So.
When I'm performing, one of the things that's strange is because a lot of these songs are very personal to me. I know they're personal to the other guys too, but it's like this weird thing where you're kind of giving a lot of yourself to a lot of people that you don't know, and that's scary. So first you feel nervous, but then it's also exciting because you get to give that. You know, you're not going to get it back, which is kind of also can be a little bit scary.
Let's see. I guess I started playing music in middle school because it was an option in church and the youth group, and it just seemed like something that I might enjoy.
I'd have to say it was the same story. My dad inspired me. Always having a guitar in his hand, but also my aunt Shiva, she bought me my first guitar and my little amp. So I would say those two inspired me to play music.
It's pretty much the same for me. I mean, my mom always played guitar and would sing me songs when I was a little kid, and I played drums along with my grandpa when he'd play, old jazz piano riffs, and just never stopped loving it.
Favorite memory for me is we played at the Midland Theater, and the monitor stage engineer was on stage right or stage left, and he or she said, "You guys need any monitors?" And Jeremy kept raising his hand like this, and she said, "Can't see you, Jeremy. Can't see you."
But I couldn't hear her because she wasn't in my monitor.
And he just keeps going like this. She's like, "Is he raising his hand? Can't see it." And he just kept doing this. And then she stopped. She just gave up on him. So now that's kind of a joke. Need more monitor.
It's great. The great thing about music and any form of art is that the person who's reading or listening or viewing some piece of art, they get to kind of decide if it has a message. Their role in the experience is really valuable. So I just hope that when a song's created, that the people who are listening can find something in it for them. Like they can make a connection and it can mean something to them. And a lot of things that I enjoy about my life, like I'm married, you know, I have a dog I can hang out with. Like, my friends, I love the job I have. A lot of those things would probably not be available to me if I was a musician on the road 300 days a year.
It's just been purely about us being friends that have known each other for years, getting together once a week or so, and just kind of enjoying time with each other in a way to just make our friendships a priority. So in a way, our music is as much about us being friends as it is about playing music.
I was like 8 or 9, and I used to take karate classes in Leewood, and me and my dad would carpool this other kid named Sam, and him and my dad would always listen to music on the way there, and I was always just in the back seat, and I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? So one night I asked my dad to if he could loan me some CDs that he didn't listen to anymore. He gave me Dookie by Green Day. That was like the first full album I ever listened to all the way through, so it's pretty much history from there.
Well, what really got me into music was, like, I guess my dad, kind of my parents, both of them. I mean, they listened to a lot of music with me when I was growing up. I had like a really messed up YouTube channel where I just like ranted about shit, and it was really stupid. Like, now that I look back on it,
That's still on YouTube.
it's all on YouTube.
Type in Jack Marsh, people.
I don't think I have a least favorite memory.
Yeah, I don't know. When we were playing in your living room, I felt sick the entire time, and I had a cold, and I kept thinking, I was like, I'm gonna need to run to the bathroom and throw up, but I ended up playing the rest of it. But then the kick drum pedal broke.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a kick drum, so I took one of my toms and put it out in the middle of the room, and people just came up and were hitting it. It was still fun, but it kind of sucked that I didn't have a bass drum.
Totally.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's right here. Oh, gross. Why did you just touch that? Music makes me feel really great.
Yeah, music to me is one of the best. Playing music in front of other people.
Totally.
It's one of the best feelings in the entire world. Just going to like shows and stuff, like the energy you feel at shows, it's like nothing.
Fast once, slow two.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay, sweet. Let's try it.
It's a feeling like no other.
It's unexplainable. I mean, if you've never done it, take a tambourine or something down to your local coffee shop and just play for people.
You'll get paid.
Maybe. No, it's undescribable. It's an amazing feeling.
Oh yeah. I mean, you should always try to have some sort of message behind your music.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say there's a lot of cool music that doesn't necessarily have a message. Just people just like bumming around one day, decide to write a song or something.
Yeah, I'm more like the theme of what the music is. Like a lot of people have like themes and stuff.
Totally.
It's kind of, it's like your own little brand. It's like you get to design everything about it.
Exactly. And that's one of the cool things about music.
It's nice having your friends make album artwork instead of like printing companies and shit.
Totally. It's because like music like kind of transcends art in a lot of ways, and they kind of connect, and that's really special. And I think people should have a focus on that more than they do.
Make it the best country that it can be. I just want to be happy. I'm sure we can all agree. I don't want to scream with my head in the pavement. Can't fucking breathe. And you can see the flames from sea to shining sea.
Let me think. I think that my mom definitely inspired me in a lot of ways. She was really like excited about all the projects I was doing when I was 12, so I thought that was pretty cool. This is the other living room thing that's more put together. This is a kitchen.
The bodies hang from the tree.
You know, I really don't like writing lyrics that much. Like, I like writing. I don't like writing lyrics that much. I don't know that I'd like call it a favorite memory, but the one time, like the craziest memory I ever have, I was in a band called Elo House for a while, and we like played at this dive bar in Miriam, Kansas called Aftershock, and it's like just the terrible, like kind of meth-addled biker bar kind of place. Band room. We've got some keyboards right here. This is my keyboard. I use this for making the music. I was like 15 and the set went terribly, and our last song was like this insane noise jam, and mid-song, like I don't even know how this happened because I was completely sober. I just blacked out and started throwing people's instruments like across the stage, and like the next day people were like, why did you throw their instruments? And I was like, I didn't throw anybody's instruments. And they're like, yeah, you did. And I was like, sorry, didn't mean to throw your instrument. So
Dan Electro back in the day was trying to make really, really cheap guitars, and so they'd just find any material they could and just slap it together, and I guess they found a bathroom because they needed more Dan Electros for more Sears stores, so there's that. Favorite local band would have to be Your Friend. Probably Your Friend, yeah. This is a mini piccolo snare that we bought recently. Just sounds really tiny. And then we've got this double cymbal action going. It's supposed to ring together basically, so when you hit one, it used to have three, but the other drummer, we have two bands in the house, took it back, so yeah. The other least favorite part for me would be probably getting the last slot at the bar. You go in at like 9, you have to stay there till 11:30, and then you get paid at 1 o'clock and 5 people are there. And so you get your friends out and you're like, it's gonna be at 11:30, and they're like, that I have to work, like it's Thursday. It's kind of hard to fit my thoughts, I feel like, into something so tight, something that has a rhythm that you have to kind of stick to, whereas some of my thoughts will go on for a very long time and some of them are very, very short, and that'd be my least favorite part.
You know, my family wasn't very musical, but we listened to a lot of music, so we were always going to concerts and kind of things like that. But when I was about in the 5th grade, we moved to Winfield, Kansas, where they have a bluegrass festival. And so we went to that every year, and there was a guitarist there, a couple guitarists that were really inspiring to me, Stephen Bennett and Tommy Manuel. And they could do a lot with just an acoustic guitar and I'd never seen before. And I just kind of was like, I want to do that, you know. I want to start taking guitar lessons.
Oh, tame one, who are you holding your words for?
My favorite memory performing probably so far has been I got to play Liberty Hall on my birthday, opening for real estate, and that was kind of the most surreal moment that I've had so far in my life. And having the band walk out first, and then they were like, you should wait back here. We'll go out first, and you can come out. And I didn't even think about doing that, you know. But I was so nervous, and they like all walked out, and it was quiet. And then I came out, and it was just like all of Liberty Hall. It was just crazy. It was like such a vivid memory, and I don't know. I want to hold on to that as long as I can. It was really special. So sometimes it's more healing than it is like moving to me, and that helps me in a way. But yeah, you can just feel it, you know. You can hear, and not all music does that to me, and that's what I think is really special about it, is that when you find the things that do move you, it pulls you in a certain direction, you know, in your life. So. I want people to be able to sense a growth in each record, and I want to be able to write more and more away from my own head sometimes, you know, because it's easy for it to become like a selfish thing. What keeps me going? I'm trying to find that right now. I think that being in touch with your intuition is the most important thing that you can do to keep going with anything that you're doing, you know. Like, what inherently do you want, you know, when you wake up? And so it starts with small things. We get coffee, we get food, you know, we get these things. But then once you've done those things, it's like, what's the next thing that you want, you know? And so what it is just following your instincts and what makes you feel full, what feeds you, you know, like what kind of things are feeding like your soul and your spirit. Writing this next record has been really hard, and just asking people what their routines are like and what are their tricks, you know. And I'm still like kind of finding that, because I come from a really heavy like athletic background, so you think about a free throw, I use the same way every time. So I think I'm trying to find my free throw routine, you know what I mean? So, but no, generally, no, I don't have any superstitions. I do a lot of double checks to make sure my gear's all there, but that's about it. Like, because I've left gear before a show before. But no, not so far. But I'm definitely wanting one.
Who's inside will wait? Who's inside will wait?
Take a deep breath. If you're reaching for truth,
I think overall my music deals with life, all the issues that we face, so life, love, tragedy, triumph, you know, things that we all kind of go through on an everyday basis, but it's generally positive.
Lord knows. Check out the wardrobe. What's they keep? Lord knows. Second verse. You know that feeling that you wanna have. You want it bad. Trying to make it last like a photograph. Touch the skin on the back. Put my fingers on the spine like a spider on the back.
Music is something that I use as kind of a therapy, something I use to get me through certain issues, to express certain feelings, so it makes me feel good.
Lord knows. Check out the wardrobe. Check first. Lord knows. Lord knows. Please check out the wardrobe. No pressure. That make you feel it in your chest like.
Performing is always fun because it gives me an opportunity to kind of create things on the spot, to do things that are different from what I've done when I recorded. So performing is always really kind of an explosive opportunity to share stuff with people.
That's what I asked about me, cause the police said that without me. Asked about drugs, asked about me, asked about weed, and he asked about me. Ain't no filler, and I go blow, but he ain't no killer. This bitch ain't gon' rilla, really, no filler. Chill and check your miller. I got the can, but the poppy man up, cause I'm winning. I'm so hard, I'm done. Throw your hands up, throw your hands up. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Technology and the way that the internet's being used, it makes it easier to get your music out to a broad base of people really quickly. My favorite memory, that's a tough one. I've got so many. I would probably say being on the road as an opening act for Big Daddy Kane, being on tour. He's one of my musical heroes growing up, so to be able to share a stage with him on a tour bus in different cities, that was pretty amazing. I guess my hope for my career is to continue to do music as well as I possibly can, get it to as many people as I can, and hopefully change and affect somebody's life with it.
You may contain the urge to run away, but hold her down with soggy clothes and breeze blocks. Citrazine, your fever scream me again. Never kisses, or do you ever send a full stop?
The guy who started South by Southwest is here. He's starting the Folk Alliance Festival that just happened in Crown Center. He's like actually bringing. He wants to make Austin, or he wants to make Kansas City a new Austin. Like, everything here is perfect for having that kind of scene. It's low income housing, it's really low cost of living, which is perfect for artists who don't really want to keep a 40-hour-a-week job.
It's a very vibrant scene, you know, in terms of hip hop, but also in terms of jazz and R&B and reggae and all different kinds of genres. There's a lot of really great talent in Kansas City.
Kansas City is vastly different from Lawrence too right now. Like Kansas City is a very fast-paced growing city. You know, like the startups and all the things that are happening, the local businesses that are emerging it's a really exciting and fast-paced kind of city. So I don't think it has any drawbacks as far as that goes because more and more people are moving there. You know, there's something magnetic about it right now.
It's like more of a community than like a scene, really. Definitely. And you find that a lot of places in the DIY scene, but like I think you find that here more than like even a lot of places, because it's like there's a lot of like different subdivisions of like the scene here, like with different like types of bands that like I think you see like us getting along, like the different sections getting along more than you would a lot of other places.
But I mean, there are a lot of artists here who get a lot of nationwide and international recognition. Artists like Tech Nine and Mac Lethal, and you know, a number of rock bands that are known across the country and have record deals.
Kansas City rules. David Cook was from Kansas City. Yeah, he was. He was from Blue Springs, though. That's same thing. Whatever.
You know, there's a lot of talent that people know out of this town.
They're creating new spaces, more showcases, more, like festivals, you know, and I think that it's only getting bigger and more involved and more collaborative and more promising, you know, and it feels less niche than it did, you know, these are these bands, this is this group, you know, it's like becoming a full fleshed out thing, you know, and so it's really an exciting process to watch happen.
I mean, compared to New York, or coast to coast in Nashville, Kansas City is nothing.
There's a lot of really cool bands and a lot of cool stuff happening, but the music scene isn't what it is in like LA or New York or Nashville. And so that presents its own set of challenges. But it's also kind of nice to be able to just play music for music's sake and not worry about networking all the time.
Kansas City can be a little forgiving too. So one of the things that's kind of fun is you can play shows here and you can have a great time doing it. Now, are you more likely to become famous from Kansas City, you know, in music? Probably not. But I'm not sure, you know, for us that's not really what we're about anyways. So we just want to play shows and let as many people hear our music as possible, and Kansas City's been great about that for us, you know, and it's our hometown. Can't go wrong.
I think a lot of people are moving in, and it ought to be sick.
Yeah, Kansas City is really kind of like underrated for its music scene, but it's pretty strong.
Oh yeah, it's very
especially when you
strong.
go to downtown Kansas City. There's like a lot of flyers hanging up.
Oh yeah, there's like
some classic theaters in Kansas City, uptown.
Yeah, there's definitely like we definitely have a good like regional presence as far as like
I think it's only gonna get better.
But yeah, locally there's a lot of sick bands, and I think that it's gonna get better with age. There's gonna be more people wanting to do stuff, and it's gonna be sick.
And more people are going out to see each other's bands and just stuff like that. So I feel like it's all good right now. it's getting better every day.
However, I'm proud to be in a band and be hosted and based out of Kansas City. I don't think I would have it any other way. Maybe that's because I'm here and live here, but I'm proud to be in the Kansas City band.
I marsh you up, yes, I know so love away, but it's fair to say you will still haunt me. Triangles are my favorite shape. 3 points where 2 lines meet. Toe to toe, back to back, let's go. My love, it's very late. Till morning comes. Let's desolate.